Hello, I am Lisa Fipps, and I am so honored and so thankful that Starfish, my book, my very first book, my debut novel, is a Spirit of Texas book this year. I lived in Texas for a while. I lived in Irving and I worked in downtown Dallas. I had friends in Fort Worth. I had a grapevine critique group. I had an Austin and Houston office from where I worked. I visited Galveston and South Padre and San Antonio and the Blue Bonnet Festival. And so I love Texas. And so I chose to set Starfish in Texas. It's set in Dallas. And it is a novel in verse, which means it's a series of poems that tell a story. And right now I live in Indiana, though. I had to come back from Texas to take care of my mother. She had Alzheimer's. She passed away, though, in April. So I am looking to move away from Indiana. Not that I don't like people who live here. I don't like the weather. I would much rather be hot than cold and deal with snow and ice. But I'm not sure where I'm going to end up. But I really will definitely be back to Texas, if at least not to for anything else to visit, because I have so many friends there and I love it there. And of course, the food is amazing as well. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Starfish. Starfish is about a girl named Ellie, and she is bullied relentlessly because she's fat. And I always tell people that Starfish is basically the watered down version of my life when I was a kid. I was fat growing up. I'm still fat. And Ellie and I were both bullied relentlessly. We were bullied by kids at school. We were bullied by strangers. We were bullied by family. And my mother was actually my biggest bully. And so was Ellie's. And so I drew upon my own emotions to help tell the story, because I really feel like it's Ellie's story, but based on some of my experiences and my emotions. And actually, everything that happened in the book happened to me in one way or another. And there are some really tough scenes in here because, bullying is horrible. And so a lot of people think, oh, there's no way some of that happened, especially the restaurant scene. And I'm not going to tell you about it. I want you to read the book. But that happened. It's just the only difference is Ellie had someone to support her and stand up for her, and I did not. And so I always tell people that I want one thing to be remembered whenever I talk to people and whenever I mention Starfish, and that is, if you are being bullied, first and foremost, you need to go to a trusted adult and make sure it gets stopped, because you do not deserve it. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says to you. You absolutely, positively do not deserve it. And you need to get that stopped, and you need to be safe. But I also want people to know, and I want you to remember, if you don't remember anything else from this little talk or from reading Starfish, or if you don't even get around to reading Starfish, I want you to know that if you're being bullied, it has absolutely, positively nothing to do with you. And I know that sounds weird, because when people are being mean to you, it sure as heck feels like it has something to do with you, but it doesn't. It has everything to do with the bully. Happy, healthy people do not go around bullying other people and making them feel bad about themselves. There's something wrong with the bully, not with you. And so I want you to remember that, okay? And I also want everybody, just like Ellie learns, to learn that you have a right to be seen, to be heard, and to be noticed, and to take up your space in the world. And that's what I call starfishing. And if you look at the how she has her arms outstretched and her legs outstretched while she's floating in the pool, you kind of get the whole idea of what starfishing is all about. It's taking up your space in the world and being happy with who you are, just as you are. So thanks again so much for naming Starfish to the naming it a Spirit of Texas book. I am so seriously so honored by that. And I hope you have a great reading season, and I hope you get a chance to check out Starfish. Thank you.